Welcome. In the previous video, we have discussed some questions from exercise 7.1 of triangles chapter based on criteria of congruency that were ASA and SAS criteria. Now let me discuss few more questions of the exercise 7.1. Now question number 7 is AB is a line segment and P is its midpoint. Now it is given P is the midpoint. It means AP equals to PB. And D and ER are the points on the same side of triangle AB such that angle BAD, so it is given angle BAD, this one, equals to angle BAD, this one, is equals to angle ABE, this one. These two angles are given equal, and angle EPA, this angle, equals to angle DPB, this angle. These two angles are given equal. Show that triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP. We have to prove this, and AD equals to BE. So let me discuss this. First of all, it is given that triangle EPA equals to triangle DPB. It is already given to us. Now what we will do, add angle EPD, this angle EPD, both sides. Now in the given relation which is given here, we are adding angle EPD on both the sides, so we will get angle EPA plus angle EPD, and on the right side angle DPP plus angle EPD. So we have added the angle EPD both sides. Now see this angle EPA EPA, this cross one, and angle EPD, this one. If we will add this and this, we will get this complete angle. That means angle APD. So we are getting angle APD equals to, now DPB. Let me rub this. Now we are coming to DPB. DPB is this one. In this we are adding EPD, means this one. So we will get this complete angle, that is EPB. So we can write this as angle EPB. Suppose this is first result we have obtained. So what we have done, the two angles which are given equal to us, in that we have added this angle and we obtained this results, APD equals to EPB. APD equals to EPB. Okay. Now let me do one thing. For proving these two triangles congruent, let me separate these figures. So APD and BPE. These two triangles let me separate. APD and BPE. Now these are the two triangles which we have to prove here congruent. Now see this. Now if you will see the two triangles, it was given earlier that AP, this side AP and PB are equal. In the main figure it is given AP equals to PB. Why? Because P was the midpoint, and midpoint divides a line segment into two equal parts. So we got this. Then right now we have shown angle APD, means this angle, and angle EPB, this angle. These two are equal by adding a common angle. Then it was given angle BAD equals to angle ABE. BAD. So BAD means this angle. BAD means angle A, BAD means angle A, and ABE means angle B, means this one, angle A and angle B. These two angles are given equal. So angle A equals to angle B. So we have separated the two figures, and now we are watching that angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle. So we can say by angle, side, angle, these two triangles are congruent. So we can write here the result like this. Now triangle we can take DAP and EBP. These are the two triangles DAP and EBP. So we can write angle A equals to angle B. It is given. Then AP equals to PB. P is midpoint, and angle APD equals to angle EPB from 1, which we have shown here right now. So this implies triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP by angle, side, angle criteria. So this we have proved that these two triangles are congruent by angle, side, angle criteria. So we can say AD equals to AD. Now this is AD and this is B. So they will automatically be equal by CPCT. So this implies AD equals to BE, and reason we can write CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So in this question we have added a common angle to both the sides of both the angles which were given equal. We got a complete angle of two triangles, and then we can use ASA for proving them congruent. Moving on to the next question. In a right triangle ABC, right angled at C. So angle C, this is given as 90 degree. C is joined to M and produced to a point D. Such that DM equals to CM. So this DM equals to CM is given. M is the midpoint of AB is given. So it means BM and AM are also equal. Now what we have to show? Triangle AMC and triangle BMD. Triangle AMC and triangle BMD. We have to prove them congruent. Now we can easily prove them. Now in these two triangles, if we see these two triangles only, now this DM equal to CM already given, AM equals to MB already given, and if we will focus on these two angles, suppose this is 1 and this is 2. So we can see angle 1 and angle 2 will also be equal because they are vertically opposite angles. So two line segments AB and DC are intersecting at M. So angle 1 equals to angle 2 by CPCT. So we can write like this. Now let me take the triangles first. Triangle AMC and triangle PMD. First part is triangle AMC and triangle BMD. Now what we will write? DM equal to CM. This is given. Then angle 1 equals to angle 2. Vertically opposite angles. Then BM equals to AM. It is also given. It is given. So this implies triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD by criteria side, angle, side. Okay. Now if these two triangles are congruent, so their corresponding parts will also be equal. So we can say this TB equals to AC. So we can write this TB equal to AC. Suppose this is one part and reason is CPCT. Besides this, if two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts will also be equal. Their corresponding parts will also be equal. So we have shown these two triangles are congruent to this angle. Suppose this is angle number 3 and angle number 4. So angle 3 and angle 4 will also be equal because the side BM and AM are equal in congruent triangles. So angle opposite to them will also be equal by CPCT criterion. So we can also write angle 3 equals to angle 4. Suppose this is result number 2 we are writing, and again by CPCT. Because the two triangles are congruent, so their corresponding parts will also be equal. Now, what is the importance of this? Now, we have shown that angle 3 equals to angle 4. So, if we will carefully analyze, we are getting the formation of Z here. This is BD, this is our CA, this is our angle 3, and this is our angle 4. So, we are getting a formation of Z here. It means they are making a pair of alternate angles. So we can say that DB is parallel to AC because alternate angles are equal. So this we are going to use here, angle 3 equals to angle 4, as angle 3 equals to angle 4. They are, let me write it properly. They are making a pair of alternate angles. So this implies our DB is parallel to AC. DB is parallel to AC. Now what is the importance of this? We have shown DB is parallel to AC. Now see the transversal BC. DB is parallel to AC and see the transversal BC. In this transversal BC we are getting two angles, angle B and angle C. And we are going to see the formation of I here. Like this they are making this. So a formation of I is there if we produce this like this and this. So I is there. So we can see here this is angle B and this is angle C. So these two angles are making a pair of co-interior opposite angles. And we know that in parallel lines, co-interior opposite angles forms a supplementary pair, means their sum is 180 degree. So we can write angle B and angle C sum will be 180 degree. So DB parallel to this implies angle B plus angle C equals to 180 degree, that is co-interior. Now in the question it was already given angle C was 90 degree. So here we can write 90 degree. So if we will solve it, so angle B will be 90 degree. We got angle B 90 degree, and this was the second part we have to prove. Show that angle DBC, this one is a right angle. So we can write here angle B equals to 90 degree. This implies angle DBC equals to 90 degree. So this is our second part we have shown here. Now moving on to the next parts. Let's see what we have to show further. Triangle DBC, bigger triangle, and ACB we have to show congruent. So let me do this, DBC and ACB. Now let me take triangle DBC, separate this, DBC and triangle ACB. We have to prove them congruent. Now see this. Earlier we have proved that DB equals to AC. We can see here in this result number 1 we have shown that DB equals to AC when the two small triangles were congruent. DB equal to AC. So we can write here, suppose we are taking triangle DBC and triangle ACB. We can write DB equals to AC, and this is from first result. First thing is this. Then right now we have shown angle B is of 90 degree and angle C was already given 90 degree. So this is of 90 degree, this is of 90 degree. So angle B equals to angle C, and reason is 90 degree. Besides this BC is common to both. BC equals to BC common. So we can show this implies triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB by SAS criteria. So we have shown that these two triangles are congruent by SAS criteria. Now, our fourth result is CM is half of AB. This we have to prove. So for this, we are going to use this result. We have shown that triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ABC. DBC, ACB are congruent. So we can write this implies CD. CD equals to AB. Why? Triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB. When the two triangles are congruent, their remaining corresponding parts are equal. So we have shown this DC equals to AB. Okay, now let me move further. Now this is very important. Now CD equals to AB. Now let me go to the original figure. Now we have shown CD, this complete side, CD here equals to AB. Okay. Now see here, it was given in the question that CM equals to DM. CM equals to DM was given in the question here. This one. So we are going to use here the CM equals to DM. This we have to keep in mind. Now let me see. CD equals to AB. CD equals to AB. And if we will see the figure, CD can be written as CM plus DM. CM plus DM, sum of these two sides. We can write so CM plus DM equals to AB. And as we have discussed, it was given that CM equals to DM in the question already. So we can write CM plus CM equals to AB. So 2CM equals to AB, or CM has come half of AB. And this was the last result which we have to show. So this way we have shown the various results asked in the question. Thank you.